Hello guys, welcome to Guitar Elite. My name is David Vesga, and in this video we're gonna cover all the basic stuff you need to know to get started with the guitar. So in the first place we're gonna learn the parts of your instrument. Here you have the body of the guitar. It behaves like an acoustic amplifier and it sends back all the sound from the strings through the sound hole here. Here you have the bridge, here you have the neck of your guitar where you find the fretboard. And in the fretboard you have all the frets that are these little metal bars here. They allow you to choose the notes you want to play. Here you have the headstock with all the machine heads or tuners. They work changing the tension of the string in order to change the pitch. The more tension, the higher the pitch, the lower tension, lower pitch. This is quite important. If you don't have a tuner yet, or if you are not able to tune the guitar by yourself, please buy an electric tuner, or you can just download an app and you can tune your guitar always before you start to studying. Now I'd like to talk about the posture you need to play the guitar. But first, a little advice for our lefty players out there. If you're a beginning lefty and you're wondering if you should use the guitar as a right-handed player or get a lefty guitar and play as a lefty, I encourage you to do the second, to keep faithful to your lefty nature and use your left hand as your sound producing hand. Alright? If this is the case, if you are already playing like that, then please keep in mind that I am a right-handed player, so you will have to invert all I say. When I'm talking about my fretting hand, that would be my left, would be your right. Right? So that's it. The first thing you need is a comfortable chair. The ideal height is as tall as your knee, and you will also need a footstool like this one. This is a pretty standard footstool, adjustable. So the first thing you do is to sit on the edge, in the front edge of the chair. Keep your back straight, your shoulders leveled, and the footstool, it's gonna be used to raise your left leg, right? Keep in mind that your knee will be lined up with your shoulder. You don't have to open that leg like that. Your right leg should be opened a little bit, so it gives you space for your guitar. Your guitar will be resting right here. Okay, between your legs will be contact here and here in your right leg and here in your chest. It has 3 contact points. Why like this? This angle allows us to work over the fretboard easily, a lot easier than playing like this. Now, you've probably seen a lot of guys playing like this, and you can play like that too, of course. But in the case of the classical guitar technique, we rather use this one because we have a lot of efforts solved playing in this manner, right? The ideal angle for your guitar is around 45 degrees from the horizon line, right? A good reference point is to look at the headstock, and if it's around the level of your eyes, it's okay. If it's too low, you have to correct, just raise it a little bit and you are good to go. Now about your hands. In this instrument, each one of your hands has a quite different function. Your left hand, your fretting hand, will be in charge of choosing the notes you'd like to play. It works over the fretboard, but by itself it doesn't produce any sound. That's why you need your other hand. your attacking hand. In this case, my right hand is the hand I use to attack the strings to produce the sound. What's the mechanics of your hands here? Your left hand uses these 4 fingers. They get numbered like this: 1, 2, 3, and 4. You don't count your thumb because your thumb goes the opposite side to make the clamp, right? Your thumb is quite important. It should be placed in the middle of the neck of the guitar, and in the same manner of the frets, vertically. If you put it like that, you'll need a lot more of strength to act. So keep in mind your thumb vertical, right? And your fingers, your fretting fingers. The ideal place to step on a string is just before the fret, right before the fret, right before, not on top of it, but just before. If you play in the first half of the fret, you'll get this buzz. Maybe this sound is not too good, and you'll need to use more strength to accomplish the sound. So if you play closer to the fret, it will be easier for you. You'll need less strength, and you'll get a good sound. Remember that in every instrument, the goal of the technique is to accomplish an objective with less effort as possible, with the less spent of energy. It is usual for beginning players to make a lot of strength to get this string sounding. Yeah? You don't need to do that much strength for sure. There is a good exercise you can start practicing right now. You can play the 5th fret on the 1st string, and then you slowly release the strength you're using to press down the string. There will be a point where the string sounds like this, or it doesn't sound good. The strength you need to play that is just before it doesn't sound. Alright? You need to do it slowly, so you get a lot of consciousness of the strength you are using to make that sound possible. Now let me give you some basics about your right hand. The right hand uses these 4 fingers, not the little one. The pinky is used for some flamenco techniques, but usually it's not used in the classical guitar. So you have your thumb, which we call P, as pulgar in Spanish, P. You have your index finger, which is I. You have your middle finger, M, and you have your ring finger, which is A. Okay, so those are the fingers we are using to play the strings. And now, to get started with a small exercise, we're gonna try play the finger where I told you before, in the 5th fret of the 1st string, and we're gonna make a little scale using our 4 fingers here and using our index and middle finger in our right hand. We're gonna play note by note. 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's the whole exercise for now. Try always to use I, M, I, M. It is normal if you at the beginning are only using 1 finger. This happens a lot. So you have to think a lot of your right hand, because if you try to do it now, you will see that you will be looking at your left hand and only your left hand. You have no idea what's going on with your right hand. So you need to create this consciousness to alternate your fingers. Okay, and so after you do this, after you play the first one, you can go to the second one and repeat the same pattern, and we're gonna do it all over the 6 strings. Okay. Before I forget, the strings, we number the strings from the first one is the skinny one, alright? Is the highest one, but when I say highest, I don't mean physical height, I mean pitch, okay? Because our lowest string is the 6th, because it produces the lowest sound. So you have the first, which is an E, your second string, it's a B, your third string, G, then your fourth string, which is a D, and your fifth, A, and your sixth, it's again an E, but of course a lower E. Okay? When you're practicing your exercise, keep in mind that your thumb behind the neck keeps its position, right? Don't let it go up here, or don't let it go down there, because it will give you a hard time. You'll need to do a lot of effort to accomplish the sounds. And remember as well to tune your guitar always before practicing. Remember to feel comfortable when you're sitting. You need to be comfortable to play. You don't have to play until you get pain. Okay, you have to be careful with this. If you're playing, if you're absolutely new to playing, you can start studying 15 to 20 minutes per day. That would be great. Good studied 20 minutes are just good enough. And with the time, you can add minutes to that routine. Okay, so that's it for the basics. I'll give you more information in the next videos to come. And remember to check out more material in Guitar-Elite.com. And see you later, guys. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.